Hello everyone, welcome to GED exam preparation class. I am your host and instructor, Ruben Herrera. And welcome to my garage again. At the time I am recording this video and teaching these classes, we're actually going through the pandemic of the coronavirus. So with this being said, I hope that everyone is safe, healthy, and everyone is staying at home. Reason why I'm also teaching my classes now in my garage for right now. So I am trying to do my best I can for everybody. This is something different, and this is a challenge for all of us. And I believe that all of us need to do our part to try to do our best of the situation. And anyways, moving right along. In this video, we are going to learn how to do operations with fractions. Operations with fractions are very easy. For example, I have two fractions right here that I like to add. This is what we're going to learn on this video. We're going to add fractions. Okay? So for example, right here, I have 2 over 8 plus 3 over 8. This is very easy. Whenever we have two fractions which have they have the same denominator, all we have to do is write the denominator over. For example, like so. Like this. Now all I have to do is add 2 plus 3. And 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. And this 5 over 8 will be my answer. Very simple. Let us do a little bit of a different example. What if, for example, if I have, I'm going to put some numbers in here. I'm going to do now 3 over 7 with 4 over 7. We're actually going to learn two things with this example. So notice that we have the same denominator. If the number on the bottom is the same, the denominator is the same, we just write the number the same. And 3 plus 4 is equals to 7. Very good. And this will be my result. However, my friends, also on your GED exam and also mathematically speaking, it's better if we write the following answer. Anything that is the same, whenever you have the same number on the top and in the bottom, in this case I have the 7 and the 7 here, the answer is always going to be also equals to 1. Okay? In the earlier video about fractions that we learned that this is a part of something that is whole. But when you have 7 of 7, you have the entire thing. So every time you have the same numerator and the same denominator, the answer is always going to be equals to 1. 7 over 7 is equals to 1. 8 over 8 is equals to 1. 100 over 100 is equals to 1. Okay? Now, but what if, and this is going to happen on your GED exam, what if, for example, we have this situation where we have two fractions, but the denominators are not the same. Okay? The old school way to do this, I was taught to always, find the lowest or the highest common denominator here, and then go ahead and add your, but then you also have to multiply those numbers right here at the top, and it was like a very long type of system. It is still a very good system nonetheless. However, there is a new system. The system of cross multiplication. We use the system of cross multiplication, yes, for addition whenever we want to perform or whenever we want to solve for an addition of fractions whenever we have different denominators. And this is what we do, my friends. Look, I'm going to multiply 2 times 4. How much is 2 times 4? 8. Very nice. And then I'm going to multiply 6 times 3. Or 3 times 6. How much is 3 times 6? 18. You see that? Now, I'm going to multiply these two at the bottom. How much is 2 times 6? Is equals to 12. Now what we're going to do, my friends, remember, we are adding. We're adding right here. So we're also going to add in here. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to add these two right here. How much is 18 plus 8? 26. And this 12 right here goes along for the right. And this, my friends, this is our answer. And this answer is correct. If this was just a regular math class and you guys give me this answer will be the correct one and I will mark it as correct. However, mathematically speaking, and also on your GED exam is going to ask you to use the lowest common denominator or the lowest common factor for your answer. That means that I need to reduce this as much as I can as my final answer, okay? So can I reduce this? Yes, I can half it. We learned in past videos how to reduce this. I'm going to take the number 2 and I'm going to divide the 2 by the 26 or the 26 by the 2, okay? And my result is going to be 13. And then I'm going to do the same one right here with that 12. 12 divided by 2 is equals to 6. Very nice. And this, my friends, this could be also your final answer. And this answer also is correct. These two fractions are equivalent. However, there's one more thing that we need to do. If you need to reduce your fraction until you cannot reduce anymore, and then yet you have an additional step. If your fraction happens to be an improper fraction like this, when the number on the top is bigger than the number on the bottom, we need to turn this into a mixed number or a mixed fraction. Remember, we're going to divide going into this direction. That's the last step. The 6 goes into the 13 2 times. And how many remainders do I have? I have 1. Because 2 times 6 is 12. 2 13 is 1. So write my 1 right here. And then right here for the 6 goes along for the right. And this, my friends, will be my final answer. However, let me tell you something. This answer right here, this answer right here, and this answer right here, they're all correct. They're all the same answer, and they're all equivalent. But the answer, remember that your GED exam is going to be a multiple choice test. The answer that is going to show on your GED exam from the multiple choice question or problem is going to be this one right here. Now, they're not on the multiple choice problem like this. They're not going to give you all 3 answers and you're going to have to choose one. No, they're not going to do that. Only one answer is going to be the correct one, and most likely in the case for this problem right here, this is going to be your answer for a problem like this. However, there are going to be some problems where you're not going to need to get this far to this step. You may just need to, reduce your fraction, and that's it, not do anymore. And in some problems, your final answer is going to stop right here because you won't be able to reduce your fraction to begin with. So this is just as far as this problem can go, okay? Very good. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you guys on the next lesson. Thank you.